rocking FBC Mortgage Stadium already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. The Knights will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will take the first swing of the game. And in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't can make you look good.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cyclones. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38. Inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the UCF Knights offense will have its first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup.
It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They'll give it to the back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Already a chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
UCF 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Touchdown, Iowa State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Stout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Coming after him. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him to
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he takes it in the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back there. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
24, UCF.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. And the Cyclones are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They're lining up to boot it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Knights. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Quarterback can run up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, it was an amazing effort to make that catch on 3rd down. Unfortunately, not picking up the first. I think if it had been a little bit more of an accurate throw, maybe he would have been able to do something with it, maybe make a guy miss and get upfield. Give him credit, though. It's a great catch, and now it gives the head coach an opportunity to make a big-time decision here on 4th.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Back to pass. It's Stout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Getting some heat. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Stout. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're bringing heat. A little floater there that falls incomplete. The Knights will punt this one away. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen him had a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. It's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if they're ever... 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin, and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Cyclones have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hoffman. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Good, right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Stout. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Knights will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got it behind the line. It's Banks. Game. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Hands it off. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 30.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dropping back, it's Stout. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. Give to the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Knights line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. From the gun to give, looking for room. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a everywhere. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. At the 40, there he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Running back searching for a hole.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it on the counter.
Big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
51, UCF 7.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Power football with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
On the play. Second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Stout. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it'll be down right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. And tackled there by the defense.
He's tackled at the
2nd down coming up.
Second down.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Stout. Using his feet to buy time. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Pressure coming. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hard running there. Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And
the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Caught in the backfield, it's Banks. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We start the fourth. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Stout. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such good.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable at that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing the ball.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. This quarterback part of their running game. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker.
And you can tell QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
UCF 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
They'll take over first and 10.
The offense starts with a short field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cyclones! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the point after is good.
61, UCF 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Caught near the sideline, it's Fox. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a deep man. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on second and short after that pickup. Here's the handoff. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Cyclones are in the red zone. Right back to the well. Discards a man. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Iowa State! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
On first down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's got his man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. He wants a big play here late. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, and watch this game go to zeros and get it done. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Still running at the 40. And he's running in the open. Running inside the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team. But this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple of more times. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer.